Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Rhoades, President of Jin Jung Kwan Hapkido, U.S. Director for the Korea Hapkido Federation. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about a couple things. One, do you know anybody who is walking around with a false sense of security? Meaning, perhaps a black belt in a style or system, or perhaps an instructor that hands out certification too easily. They're teaching sports and talking about it's real self-defense. So I had a young man come to me from another school, transfer as a black belt, and the whole family did actually, and they came to me as all black belts. They were all achieved their black belts. Amazing family, awesome, love to death. Husband, wife, 14-year-old daughter, 8-year-old son, all tested. 3 years black belt. The more I got to talking to them and found out that they never sparred, no contact, very little if any sparring at all. And you know, one of the things the young man says, you know, he wants to bring his black belt and show students in my class, and like, I'm a black belt. And I had to say, you know, sir, that's great, that's wonderful, you know, and I appreciate your work and your dedication and what you did to earn that, but it's just different than what we do. And boxing, kickboxing, ground defense, submissions, full contact, it's just different. So having to explain to somebody at that young of age with such just a great positive attitude and just a wonderful heart, and just having to explain to him like, your black belt doesn't really mean anything here. And I just thought, you know, how sad is that's where we're at in the martial arts industry. We have some amazing talented people out there, but we also have some people who's just in it for the money and for business, and their testing is more of handing out belts like participation awards more so than actually earning it. And I get it, you know, people trying to make money and do a living and stuff, but you know, we got to do a better job of self-policing and making sure that if we're calling it self-defense, we're actually teaching self-defense. If you're teaching a sport, just tell people, hey, I teach a sport. It's not real self-defense, or it's not, I should say real self-defense, it's not as effective as real self-defense training. Obviously, anything you learn or use, you can use to defend yourself. But, so I guess the question is, I want to ask you guys the questions. Do you know people that's walking around with a false sense of security, or do you know school owners perhaps that's handing out belts too easily, that their students are walking around with a false sense of security? And that's kind of my biggest concern, because how many people you hear is, oh, I'm a black belt. Oh, such as a black belt. Everybody's a black belt. When the reality is, black belt used to be something of significance that wasn't very easily attained. And I think that's kind of where we need to get back to. I know that's my personal goal for my students, and I tell them, you earn it. There's no race to black belt. It's going to take you many, many years. So anyways, hope this finds everybody well. Thank you. Jin Jung.